It's been a couple weeks since I've made a vlog. Not because I have an issue, because I just haven't done it. There is something I want to talk about. It's really just kind of bothers me. Is the nipple take a knee thing? Like, why are you making such a big friggin' deal about it? Because to me, kneeling is a sign of honor, a sign of respect. You know, people, when they get engaged, a lot of times one of them takes a knee to ask the other person. It's just a way to show, I respect this country, but you're stealing out. So, I respect this country, but there's something I don't agree with everything about it. It's basically, I mean, the NFL guys that do it, I don't even know their names because I don't watch football. I don't care about football. But the guy that I guess started it or whatever, he just wanted to make a statement. You know, I don't agree with everything the country does. I don't agree with how they treat black folks. The police treats black folks, pretty much. But that raises another issue with me. Why we say African American and white? The same guy says white people versus African American people. I don't. To me, that just, if you're gonna call us white, call them black. That's just, they're not black. They're brown, and I'm not white. I'm pinkish peach with freckles. But I think that kind of terminology needs to be used. It's easier. And it's just like, dude, I don't care if you call me white. I don't care. I don't understand what the big issue is with calling people black, if that's what they consider. I mean, political correctness is what bothers me, I think. Being politically correct. And, you know, maybe I'd feel differently if I was in that group. But I think I'd still really want this equal. If I was comfortable and I said African American all the time, I don't think I would say white. I think I'd say European American, because I want to use the same type of terminology. But I don't. White and black. And I've got some red blood in me. Not very much. Indian, Native American, red. I don't think we should call them red. But call them Indians. That's fine. Fine with me. Because for, like 300 years, they were called Indians. I mean, I don't like the term Native American either. Because, to me, anyone born in America is a Native American. You're American. I mean, what? I mean, my ancestors have been here for 250 years, so why not call me a Native American? I mean, I've got a card that says a little bit of me is on the Cherokee rolls. 256th of my blood is on the Cherokee rolls. So I guess I am a Native American, kind of. Anyway, back to the NFL thing. We're placing such importance on this and making such a big deal about this when we've got other Americans who are homeless and struggling, hungry, dying, sick. We've got all these things. America needs to worry about things and not about, is he patriotic because he kneels? Who cares? He is. He's an American. I mean, he's making a statement about not agreeing with everything the country, but he's still American. That's patriotism should not be limited to being in the Army. Police force patriot. Teachers can be patriotic. You know, it's not just military folks. I'm not against this taking anything. People who do watch football, like I said, I don't care. I don't watch football. They don't watch it for the national anthem. That's tradition. They've always played the national anthem, and they always say, "Please rise for the national anthem," or something like that. But it's, I don't know, it's just tradition. It's just the way they do it. No, but people don't watch it for the national anthem. They watch it for football, for seeing guys that are 300 pounds beating each other up. I mean, they don't care. I don't think most fans really care about the national anthem. Now, sometimes when a celebrity is singing that day, or something, it's almost like a concert, so it's more important. But it's just a thing. I don't think it's a thing that we need to worry about so much. And did the first guy that took a knee on Sunday, is he revolutionary? It's just a little thing. Did he think in advance, I'm going to do something that's going to change this country? No, he thought, I don't feel like standing up, but I want to stand out. So he kneels down. And this brings me to someone else who just did something just because they wanted to. Talking about Rosa Parks. In, I think it was Barbershop 2, Cedric goes off on kind of a rant about how all she did was set her ass down. She was tired. She didn't care. It was one of those things, like, it was a little thing sitting in the front of the bus. And the country was polarized on the racial issue because of that. I think you should be allowed to sit wherever you want to sit on the bus. You pay your, I think now it's $1.75 for your bus ride. I think you should be allowed to sit wherever you want. Back then, you pay your 15 cents or whatever. I think you should be allowed to sit wherever you want. And that's all she did. She wasn't some major activist or anything. She was just a lady who was tired. And I think this football guy, he might not have even been trying to make a statement about Black Lives Matter thing. He might have just been thinking, I want to do something to show respect. I don't know. And I don't think so much media coverage and so much needs to be focused on this when we have so many other things. Yeah, racism is a problem, but it's not as big of a problem if you just, it's not ignoring and sweeping under the rug. When you don't acknowledge something, don't acknowledge it. Just keep going. Keep helping people. Keep helping people. Keep showing love to people. Don't worry about racism. And I think, given, a few generations, it's going to go away if we just, at this point, just kind of don't focus on it so much. Focus on people. People are, I love knowing that people, individuals, not groups of people. It's not one group versus another group. That's like a war. No, just get rid of that. Get rid of that mindset. Us versus them. And just people. We are all people. We're individuals. Now I'm rambling about that, but gosh. Okay, I want to tell just a little anecdote about some racism that I experienced, which isn't like a huge thing, it's just a minor thing. When did we move to Tulsa? 9 years ago, 8 years ago? I don't remember. But before we moved, we were active at in the Adventist church. We were going to a little church there in Leavenworth. And so I called the office in Tulsa, the conference, I think is what it's called, conference office. And I said, I told them my story. I'm an active member of Shiloh. I deacon on at the church, and I wanted to know if you have any recommendations for any churches for me to go to when I come to town. She goes, "Are you black?" I was like, "No." Because, see, to me, that shouldn't matter. I was looking for a place of worship that might be similar to where I was from. And making an issue of whether or not I'm white or black shouldn't have been a thing. And the reason why it was a thing about 60 years ago or something, about the civil rights time, the Adventist church separated into two parts, the white church and the black church. And it just so happens the church that we went to in Leavenworth was a black church. Yeah, of course I noticed that. I noticed that we were the only family, that we were the lightest skinned family there, but there were other people, individuals who weren't black. See the quotes, air quotes. They weren't black. They went to that black church. But when I came to town, it wasn't okay. It wasn't like I was told I need to go to a white church. I wasn't told that. But I was suggested to go to this other church because I might feel more comfortable there. Time tells. We were only there for about 6 months. But it was a good church, good community. It wasn't hugely segregated, white and black, but you didn't know it was from the white church. It was predominantly white. But see, by making an issue of race at that time, that just shows me an example of we don't make an issue of that. Because to me, it shouldn't have mattered. I mean, this was just a receptionist at the conference office I was talking to. It shouldn't have mattered. Should just, well, you can go here. This is our biggest church with welcoming membership, or I don't know. But neither here nor there at this point. Just a little anecdote from my own life. And that's all I have to say about it for now. Yeah.